Does being cold make you actually catch a cold? Let's talk about it. So your mum probably told you to put on a jacket before you go out or else you might catch a cold. Is there any truth to that? Well, yes and no. Firstly, let's be clear, the common cold isn't caused by cold air. Since the 1950s, we've known that it's caused by viruses, most commonly the rhinovirus, although a whole host of other viruses can cause it. So technically, being chilly by itself doesn't cause the common cold. You need a virus to infect you to cause it. And it is literally common. It's the most common disease in the world. But given it's caused by different viruses, how do you define it? Well, one definition is that it's a mild upper respiratory tract infection, so in the nose and the throat, that is self-limiting, so heals by itself, with symptoms like nasal stuffiness, sore throats, coughs and sneezes. In that case, what's the connection between cold weather and the common cold? Well, one old study back in 1968 looked at this in volunteers, and it's kind of crazy. So they took volunteers and placed them in either cold rooms, so 4 degrees Celsius, or in warm rooms in 23 degrees Celsius for a few hours. This is the crazy part, they actually intentionally gave them rhinovirus in their nose, and they measured who got infections and who didn't. Overall, they found no difference between people in the cold rooms and in the warmer rooms. Having said that, they didn't have many volunteers, as you might imagine, so you can't draw too many conclusions from this research. What we do know is that even though the cold air itself doesn't cause the common cold, epidemics of respiratory viruses such as the common cold, COVID-19, are a lot more common in colder months, so in the winter. So there is a connection, but it is indirect, and scientists are still debating about what's the main reason for this, but they mainly fall into two camps. Either changes in the virus and how well it survives, or changes in our behaviors. Temperature and humidity both affect how well viruses survive and replicate. In colder weather and drier conditions, they survive a lot better. Cold weather changes how we as humans behave as well. Firstly, colder weather makes us stay indoors more, so we're closer together and makes it easier for the viruses to spread around and hop between people. Secondly, dry winter air dries out our noses and throats, and as we said earlier, that makes it easier for viruses to survive and grow. Thirdly, there are the effects of cold stress on our bodies. Research has shown that being chilled can temporarily reduce your immune system defenses, particularly in the nose. So this research here has shown that in mice, there are reduced immune system defenses in the nose, and this research here has shown similar effects in humans. So, should you wear a coat? Well, yes, because being cold isn't fun, but also being warm keeps your immune system strong and helps fight the infections. But how do you actually stop common cold? Well, because it's an infection, it's kind of difficult, but it's the usual things in terms of avoiding infections. Wash your hands and avoid contact with sick people. So, no. Cold air by itself does not give you the common cold, viruses do. But in winter months, the conditions are just perfect for them to spread around. Sometimes, science proves your mom almost right. Thanks for watching and follow for more science about the body.